Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So happy new year, happy 2025 everyone. I hope that this year brings you clarity, growth, and maybe a little less finding out than last year. But let's dive straight into the topic at hand, the F around and finding out season. Now, a lot has been said and done over the past few weeks or months under the President-elect, Donald Trump, and while some MAGA supporters were all in for the ride, it seems that many of them are now realizing that things might not be panning out as expected. Surprise, surprise. Tariffs are set to skyrocket. Immigrants will be deported, and if not yet being deported, at alarming rate. And even miscarrying women are being denied care. The reality, people are feeling like they've lost more than they gained by voting Trump. The saddest part is that even those who didn't vote for him are caught up in the aftermath or will be caught up in the aftermath. It's a stark reminder that when politics hit, they hit everyone. But hey, let's not just talk about it. I've put together some eye-opening clips to support these conversations. Watch these clips. I'll be right back.
I'm just curious what all y'all really thought. Like, y'all really thought that you were going to vote for the party that thinks minimum wage is already too high. They already don't believe in minimum wage. Okay. Not only that, but you voted for the party who overwhelmingly is against immigration, but also is the first demographic, farmers, all these things, that have to rely on those people for their labor. Right. And so up until this point, they either had to come here legally or they were going to abuse them illegally. Now what they're going to do is they're going to have all these construction companies, okay, building concentration camps. They're going to put these people in concentration camps. They're going to use them like slaves. Because y'all were dumb enough to let this happen right in front of your face. Y'all literally were told tariffs, and now you guys are going to be paying for those tariffs. I can't even, not only that, but Elon Musk is against unions. He's against just workers. He wants everything to be robotic. Robots don't pay taxes. So when none of you have a job, none of you can compete, none of you have anything to offer, and all of you have your kids in a public education system that's getting gutted, they're going to get to go fight in the military. Look at page 103 for Project 2025. They're going to be the ones going to fight in the military. But the private schools, the ones that your taxes are going to pay for rich people's kids to go to for free now, they don't got to take assessments to go fight in the military. Just your poor ass kids do. Yeah. Y'all let a billionaire steal your country from you, you bootlicking assholes.
The shit that comes out of Trump's mouth. Here's something he said. 100 governors are calling me. 100 governors calling me. We only have 50. Any questions?
I apologize for my crazy look, but I actually do have a around and find out story. I have been inviting a veteran to my home for past couple of holidays. Pick him up. I've done his laundry. He's came to multiple things with my family, invited him, welcome him into my home. And after election, I found out that he thinks I'm a liberal fool. So this liberal fool will not be picking him up this year. So his planned birthday celebration, I hope he figures something out, because I am unable to do that anymore. Let me say, if you are unable to respect my views, I don't really need to hang out with you or do things for you. So happy unbirthday. Hope it sucks.
This is my second attempt to make this video because I had to calm down. I'm so angry. So I just heard that the Trump administration has decided to roll back all of the student loan forgiveness programs. All of them. Their entire administration is going to be about taking things away from the American people. That's it. That's all. We are about to lose so much. So you motherfuckers out there that voted for Trump, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your whining and complaining and your bitching, because you voted for this. You f***ed us all. And while you may enjoy that for now, when it swings around and shoves it up your ass, I hope it hurts like hell. I really do. But don't bring that shit to me, honey. I'm not going to want to fucking hear it. Kiss my ass.
Y'all gonna get your fill of me today. Listen, let me tell you about around and find out when it comes to my husband, Alex Bailey. There was a big vacation that was planned by my husband that he was paying for. And it was a significant vacation. And some people felt left out and their feelings were hurt behind it. And it was quickly brought to our attention that they were gathering up the troops and wondering why they were left out and what, that wasn't okay and whatnot. And my husband stayed silent the entire time until such a time that they forced him to get on the phone and said, hey, we really think that this is not okay and we would really like to be on this vacation with you guys and we think we should pray about it. And my husband's response was, I pray about everything before I do it. And God had you nowhere on the itinerary. My husband is a beast. Find out.
Y'all, life in Trumptown, Arkansas, it never disappoints. Okay, so I'm at the grocery store and I had noticed an elderly lady coming up behind me and the carts were stuck. So I went ahead and pulled one out for her and then I pulled one out for myself. And she says, thank you. I says, you're welcome. And she goes, did you get that scarf in Israel? Because I see them on TV, on the news footage over there all the time. But I never see them for sale here. And I said, no, ma'am, I got this online, but it is actually a Palestinian keffiyeh. And then she asked me, are you Palestinian? I said, no, I wear it in solidarity. And then it clicks. And she goes, oh, you're one of those liberal women. I said, well, I really wouldn't put a label on it, but yes, ma'am, I am progressive. She goes, huh, you're so nice and you don't look like a liberal at all. And she would have believed that I was Palestinian with my green eyes, fair skin, and red hair, because she's the same type of people that think Jesus was white.
I'm really here for this MAGA civil war because the American people are finally realizing that people like Donald Trump and other MAGA elites, they're not America first. They are the rich first. Their tax policy specifically targeted towards low and middle class individuals, literally raising their taxes through the use of tariffs while cutting taxes massively for rich people predominantly. That's tax policy that takes money from the low and middle income and it gives it to rich people. That's Robin Hood for the rich. So yes, they're not America first. They are the rich first. And I think that the left needs to adopt this messaging, say, oh, Republicans aren't America first at all. You know who the ones who are America first? The people advocating for childcare, for healthcare, for education, for housing, right? For American citizens. Putting American citizens first within those particular categories is fundamentally what is going to make people feel like actually being put first. So Republicans haven't advocated for any of those policies, and we can be the ones to do so and show the American people that we're truly the ones putting them first and not the rich. Because that is simply what Republicans are advocating for day in and day out.
Am I wrong? Because I wouldn't pay for someone groceries because of the shirt they had on. So yesterday I went to the grocery store, had to get some last minute things. So I call it the jungle because it was crazy. And they were putting their coins, this family was putting their coins into a machine to get money. The father actually said, we're trying to get money for groceries. So I went up to the mother. I said, excuse me, ma'am. She turned around. She had on a shirt. It had Trump on there. Fine. But at the bottom, it said, Make America White Again. So with that, I decided I'm not going to pay for your groceries. I was going to give them like $200-$300 because I come from humble beginnings. But the fact that you had that on, ask somebody else to help you. I guess the FAFO is still in full effect.
This video is really for everybody who voted for Trump. And frankly, I'm just trying to help elevate you so that you make the right decisions in the future. Because, you probably haven't been around that wealthy elite crowd that makes all the decisions in the world and what you voted for. So I'm going to take it apart. Overnight, $64 billion went to the top 10 wealthiest people in the world based on the Trump decision. So it's kind of at your expense. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what you lost. And I'm going to tell you what you gained, okay? What you won. So this is a wild video. So hang on tight to the end because it's a doozy. So here's what people who voted for Trump lost. Kamala had started implementing a federal plan to help get you a single family home with 3 million homes with the top builders in the country who represent $500 billion worth of value. I know that industry extremely well. And boy, was that, they were creating programs to help you be able to purchase your own home so that you could create generational wealth for your families. But nope, that's gone. So the second thing was this massive child tax credit, which was going to give you immediate dollars to help take care of your kids. But nope, that's gone too. The next one's a real big one. There is a tidal wave, a crisis coming for this country with the aging of the boomers, our seniors. So anyone who's got aging parents knows this already. Medicare does not cover that 6-figure annual fee to take care of home care for a parent who's aging out and needs that home care. They're an invalid. Guess what? Medicare doesn't cover it, and Kamala was going to guarantee that Medicare was going to cover it for every single family. That is one of the biggest ones that we missed the opportunity on. But nope, that's gone. And then the fourth one, just a small one, it's about our women. Women are dying out in this country who miscarry. 1.25 million women every single year. The fetal personhood laws that are being passed in these states because of the Dobbs decision is now scaring the hospitals so that they can't give that kind of care for someone who miscarries until they're right toward the end of the point of death. And that's what's happening. These women are dying. And guess what? If they survive, they get to be arrested and interrogated, because these laws are all about protecting the fetus, and they are going to ask the women, did you do anything to harm that fetus? So nope, that's gone too. That protection is gone. So what did you win, right? With this vote for Trump, what did you win? This is a big one. Elon Musk already warned us. There are dark days ahead. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid are all going to be cut, so you get less money. Oh, and ding, ding, ding. What did you win? Deportation. Let the purge begin. Get the popcorn. That's what you won. So for all you men who were at these rallies that were all kind of into the patriarchy, well, you know, when the fate of the world is at stake, maybe you step away from the glory hole and you read.
I have been over here so tickled at the MAGA infighting with Vivek and Elon. They didn't mess around. They thought they was all family in that club. No, nobody's family in that club, especially y'all. What were y'all doing? This is so funny to me. So, child, this video had me so tickled. So basically, today there was a conversation on social media. I think Laura Loomer helped start the fight, and she giving it right back to them being Elon and Vivek. And there's a discussion about the H-1B visa. This is a visa that often is used for skilled laborers from out of the country. Obviously, places like India is a place they often will use this. And so our tech industry is they use this visa a lot. This is how they get engineers here or what have you. And they argue that America does not have enough engineers to sustain the businesses here. So they have to use this visa to get other people. So when Trump is talking about no immigration, they're thinking or hoping or trying to lobby that only includes low skilled labor, like the farming industry, whatever, and not them. Based off what I didn't read from Laura Loomer, they meant everybody. Okay, they meant everybody. So in response, in defense of the H-1B visa, which of course businesses like Elon's and Vivek's use, and also Vivek being an Indian American, this honestly, what he wrote probably is the most honest that he has been, because he's always given assimilation when he talks. This is probably the most honest that he's been, and you can't be this honest with them. Okay, and I even feel like that all Americans of all races caught a stray in that commentary he had. My goodness. Anywho, so Elon basically implies, not even implies, pretty heavy-handedly said that Americans are just are lazy and not smart. So you know that didn't go over well. You're not from here, okay? You can't say that. So then Vivek, who was born here to immigrant parents, he's the first generation Indian American. He it's not that they're dumb or lazy. It's a culture thing. So he starts out with this framing of like we as Americans, as if he's part of it, and then moves on to have a kind of this outsider viewpoint of how America operates. That's never going to go well, but particularly with people whose whole viewpoint is framed around white supremacy or thinking America is the best, they're not going to listen to you, Vivek. And this is also just like wrong audience, wrong time, but also wrong message. I even found the message offensive as well, because his whole thing was that America has a culture that
that does not encourage being smart, and that the media plays a part in that. So, like in this culture, y'all praise the prom queen over the mathlete. And I've been saying for years, that man reminds me of Kevin G from Mean Girls, and that example just sent me to the moon. He brings up Urkel and Screech, who both them actors were jerks, okay? He's like, a lot of immigrant parents didn't allow their kids to watch 90s media because it played a part in how the messaging about being smart or whatever. Vivek. And honestly, and I know, I haven't read all the comments, but I know somebody was going to say, if America's so bad, why y'all here? Y'all know that's their commentary. If America has this horrible culture, why y'all here? Why are you advocating for these H-1B visas? My other big thing with this, and granted, it doesn't solve for the issue of today, of an engineer shortage today, but my issue with this is that we have two people who are, Elon's immigrant, and then also Vivek's parents immigrants. We have two people that are advocating to bring over more people here rather than fixing the pipeline issue in America. If you're saying that America doesn't take STEM seriously, y'all got all this money. Elon, you a billionaire. Go sprinkle the money into the schools. Build a better pipeline for STEM programs, because people are always going to go where the money is. If their kid can get a scholarship for a STEM program, they're going to take it. So build the pipeline. So yeah. Y'all go read that message. It's gonna have you tickled. And yeah, these two folks whose membership in this group was already a little on thin ice, drag the core constituency of MAGA. That is not gonna go over well. So I have my popcorn. I am sitting back for the laughs. Trust.
To the Latino Trump supporters on here, how much proof do you need to see to realize these people don't like you? How much do you need to see to realize that these MAGA Trump supporters, white, really don't like you and really what they think of you? Now, I know a lot of y'all are Republican, conservative. I have a lot of conservatives in my family. And I know Latinos, a lot of are conservatives because, they're against abortion and stuff, which I understand 100%. But do you really think that these people like you, are on your side? You're in fact mistaken. These MAGA Republicans are not the same Republicans you think you follow. This is not George Bush or Dick Cheney. This is a total different group of Republicans. This is a racist, bigoted, wannabe white supremacist group of Republicans. Now, I'm not saying all these Trump supporters are racist, but I'm going to tell you a hell of a lot of them are. You're not white, Latinos for Trump. You're not white. Quit acting like you are. I know a lot of y'all want to be white. You want to be accepted that you're white, but you're not white. A lot of you have ties. Some of y'all can't even speak English right, and you're there supporting Trump. And don't tell me a lot of y'all have ties down south of the border. We all do. I was born in the United States. My mom was born in the United States. No, my grandma wasn't. That's right, my grandma wasn't. She was born in Mexico. When they talk about Latinos south of the border, they're still talking about you. Whether you're born here or not, they're talking about you. These people disrespect you right in your face. They spit right in your face, and you sit there and you eat it all up and accept it. Donald Trump sits there and spits in your face, and you eat it up. Shameful. Embarrassment. I never thought in my whole 50 plus years of life that I would ever see people of color, despite everything people of color have been through, would be siding on the side of white supremacy. Embarrassing.
Welcome back, everyone. As we conclude this in-depth discussion, it is essential to reflect on the unexpected outcomes many are experiencing post-election. A significant number of voters supported the red ticket, anticipating the President Trump's policies would reduce tariffs and lower grocery prices. Contrary to these expectations, proposed steep tariffs are poised to to increase costs, particularly impacting agriculture exports and consequently food prices. Moreover, the administration's stance on reproductive rights has raised eyebrows. While banning abortions aligns with certain conservative values, the simultaneous push to restrict access to contraceptives, including emergency contraception, has left many puzzled. This paradoxical approach complicates family planning and women's health decisions, adding to the complexity in the influence of prominent figures like Elon Aim. His involvement in policy discussions, particularly concerning government efficiency and technological integration, has led some to feel that the lines between corporate interests and governance are blurring. This perception fuels concern that the wealthy, the elites, may be prioritizing their agendas over the broader American populace. The introduction of initiatives like Project 2025 further intensifies these debates. Critics argue that such people could lead to significant rollbacks in diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, potentially reversing progress in civil rights and workplace equality. In light of these developments, some individuals are contemplating relocation. So if you're considering moving to Africa, particularly Zambia, please feel free to reach out to me via an email. I may help you here and there on how you can, relocate to Africa, Zambia, to be precise. Yeah. Back to the topic. It's crucial to explore all options and make informed decisions during these uncertain times. Now, let's take a moment to hear directly from those who once championed the MAGA movement but are now expressing regret over their choices. Here are some candid comments from former supporters. But first of all, I'm going to play a clip, a video of one guy who's regretting ever voting for Trump. He's made it clear in the video that he's not looking for sympathy, but is here on the platform to share his regrets. Don't judge him, I think he made a bold move to come out and just make a video about this entire thing, the regrets and all that. Watch this clip, and then I'm going to show you some of the comments that I found. These are just, a few comments. Like, there are plenty of these comments of MAGA supporters regretting their decisions to voting Trump. Watch this clip, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the comments that I gathered for you.
I want to preface what you're about to see by noting I am not looking for sympathy or validation here. I was just expressing some remorse and some grief and some sorrow, because I think it can help a lot of people to kind of process through that. A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that. There are moments where I'm just overcome with grief and regret, not anger, not rage, but just grief and regret over having voted for Trump in 2016. And I get that I've come a long way. I get all that. That doesn't take away those moments. It does not take away the regret, the guilt. I mean, I can work through it, and I do that regularly for a lot of different issues, not just who I voted for in 2016, but I just wanted to document this because this is one of those moments. I just saw the Kamala Harris ad talking about how she is the president for all the people and how Trump has a history of wanting to withhold aid from people who didn't vote for him. And I was responsible. I was partly responsible for putting him in office. I was part of that crowd. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. And I will. But there are moments like right now where that can be overwhelming.
And here are just some of the comments. This one from Amanda saying that I'm blocking any Trump news unless I don't have to pay rent. Let me know. And TB Slim says everything about him getting back in the White House is sad and incredibly disheartening. And this one says I'm so disgusted with our country. Disgusted. And this one says I really want to believe and have hope. As an elder millennial, though, I am prepared to buckle up for 4 years of absolute chaos because I've been burned too many times. It's the absolute chaos part for me. And this one says Trump will ruin our economy. Again, his voters don't care as long as he's president. So it is what it is. Let America go down the drain with Trump's hair. Oh, good. So these voices highlight the complexities and unforeseen consequences of recent political shifts. Thank you guys for joining me in this comprehensive exploration of current events. If you find this content insightful, please subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis. Your engagement and perspectives are invaluable to our ongoing discussions. Until next time, stay informed and take care. Thank you so much.